Hey, today we're going to talk about exercising from home and how you can make that as successful as possible. I know for myself, I have basically almost a fully equipped gym in my apartment that I use to train people from, and I use when I'm doing my Zoom calls. And it's really hard for me to exercise at home because there's so many distractions, and I prefer exercising with other people as well, or just having other people exercising around me, just so I can feed off of their energy and feel the vibe. Um, so we're going to talk about some strategies that you can use to help maintain your routine and stay consistent when you're doing your exercises at your own apartment or house or wherever you are that you're exercising indoors. So, first things first is set up your workspace. Find an area in the house where you can move around comfortably. You've got enough space to, lie down on the floor with your legs outstretched and potentially even your arms above your head. But as long as you've got enough space from your head to your toes, that's fine. Maybe try and clear some space so you can have a full wingspan if you have your arms out to your side horizontally as well. For some exercises and stretches that will require that space horizontally as well, and make it separate to your usual relaxation space, so you're not distracted by other things that you have, away from a TV screen or other distractions, so away from your workspace as well, away from things buzzing and vibrating and calling your attention. So find a space, set it up, and some people, if you're just stretching, some people even do it laying on their bed. So find whatever works for you, and yeah, remove all distractions. Have a go bag. I used to have one in my car for when I went to the gym because I would always forget a towel or a spare set of clothes or my shoes or whatever it was. So I had one in the boot of my car every time I was going to go to the gym. But in this scenario, have a go bag or a go box of things in your workout area, somewhere in your house, so you don't have to get distracted searching for your drink bottle or getting a different pair of shoes or whatever it is. Because if you leave that workout area and you see the dishes need to be done, or the laundry is finished, or your dog wants to play, or whatever it is, you're going to get distracted and you're going to think it's too difficult. So make sure you've got your little workout box or bag that's got everything you need. Have your equipment in the same area. Maybe you have like a little massage roller, a foam roller, like a lacrosse ball, your headphones. Maybe it's a spare pair of headphones, so you can just totally get in the zone, listen to a podcast or an ebook or some music that you want while you're exercising. So have all the stuff in the same area, and even have doubles of things, so you have this ready to go, so you don't get distracted looking around the rest of your house for these items. Plan your week ahead. So figure out how many times a week is realistic for you to exercise. You would have done this in your SMART goal if you've done SMART goals with me before. Think about where in your schedule you can fit these workouts around your other commitments, and always do the hardest tasks when you have the most energy. So if you have a couple of different workout programs, or you have an exercise that you particularly don't like, do those when you have the most energy, when you are the most excited or enthusiastic about your workout, when you have the least amount of distractions. So make sure if you don't plan it in your schedule, if it's not in your calendar, whether that's you have a phone calendar or a physical calendar or diary that you write in, if it's not in there, you're not going to do it. So make sure you carve out some time and you write down your workout time. Lessen your distractions, as I was saying before. Harness your imagination and picture that you're at the gym and not at home. You really want to, get set the zone, remove all those distractions, don't have any alarms going off or anything like that, and really pretend that you're at, Gold's Gym or whatever, and get your stuff done. Lock your phone away if you need to. I am so bad at not using my phone. I'm so bad at if I just see the little notification light flash on my phone, whether it makes a sound or not, I just get so distracted by it and I want to check it just in case. So if you need to, put your phone in another room, set it to a do not distract mode that you have. Don't be afraid to ask your partner or a roommate or a friend or family member or whatever for help, to help keep that away from you. Say, hey, I'm going to do this for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is. Can you please keep this for me until I'm done? Another tip is don't attempt to multitask. This is your time. So as I was saying, don't yeah, wander out of the room and start making the bed or start cooking dinner or whatever, because you're just going to get distracted. Um, unless that is your ADHD superpower, and you're like, okay, this laundry is on for 30 minutes. I'm going to get my exercise done for 30 minutes and then take the laundry out of the washing machine. Sure. But just, be careful when you plan that timing out. Adapt and scale your needs. So if things are becoming difficult, take a 5-minute break. Come back to it. Just don't get lost doom scrolling. Don't go on your phone when you have a little break. Do some breath work, or have a little drink. Make a cup of tea. Make a protein shake, an electrolyte beverage, whatever you want to do, and then come back to it. Pat your dog for a little bit, and yeah, get back in the zone. And if you're not like performing at your best, you're not feeling good at all, just put on some music and dance. If exercise is too hard some days, just do some movement, whatever it is. You can dance, you can stretch, you can walk your dog, you can play with your kids. Go do some vacuuming while you're listening to your favorite music. Put those noise canceling headphones on and scream really loud. You don't always. Some days are bad. You're not always going to be able to do the thing, and consistency does not mean every day. Consistency means you're doing something for a long period of time, like you've stuck to it for the majority of the time over a long period of time. It doesn't necessarily mean every single day at the same time of day for the same amount of time. People get that all or nothing mentality. So be kind to yourself, and yeah, know that there's other ways to move your body if you need to, and you can skip a day. Speak up and ask for help. Support will always be available as long as we ask for it. So when things get tough, don't just push your workout aside. Ask your parents to remind you, reach out to your partner for motivation, or seek the help of your coach. Maybe you have a workout buddy and you can get a friend who has a similar schedule to you, they have a similar free time. They could be your neighbor, they could be on the other side of the world in a different time zone, and maybe those time zones line up, and you have similar times where you want to train. Could be a buddy that you have that lives on another continent. You can either video call each other when you're working out, or you can just message each other, hey, I'm about to do the thing, are you doing the thing, and how was your workout, and blah blah blah, this is how mine felt. So there's lots of different ways that you can get help if you need it, and maybe have a coach, have a one-on-one session with your coach if you need an extra boost of motivation just to get you back in the swing of things. Write it down. Use a journal to track your progress or any questions you might want to ask your coach about the movements in your program. As I've spoken about before with how to track your results or how to fill in your program sheet, make sure that you're writing down what weights you're using, how the workout is feeling if you want to, what days you have energy, what days you don't have energy, and any questions that you want to ask your coach about your movement program. If something is causing you pain, something's too easy, too hard, you don't know which muscle groups are supposed to be being activated in an exercise routine, make sure you write down your questions so you can get them answered. And yeah, make sure you're tracking your progress as well, so you can see how far you've come when you have a down day or when you're feeling a lack of motivation. You can look back in everything you've written down and be like, wow, I've added 20 pounds to this lift, or I've done 5 more push-ups than I was doing at the beginning of the program, whatever it may be. You'll be able to see how far you've come, and it's just a really good little motivating boost for getting yourself interested and excited about exercise. And lastly, exercising from home can be difficult, but it's definitely achievable. This challenge helps reinforce lifelong skills such as time and energy management, independence, and creative thinking, especially if you have a very small space to work out, or you don't have traditional gym equipment and you're working out by putting things into backpacks, or you're filling up laundry detergent jugs with water, and using a chair or your couch to be a workout bench. It's really fun to play around with things and to use your imagination and to pretend like you're an engineer for a little bit. And yeah, so it's you might not feel like you're in the swing of things straight away, but if you follow these steps and you keep at it, and remember that it's not all or nothing, as long as you keep getting back on that horse, you're going to be consistent and you're going to see results. And I wish you the best of luck and have lots of fun. And I really recommend turning your headphones on and just zoning out with some good music if that's your thing, because that always gets me going.